My name is Behari and I run a company called Home Jane. Home Jane is one of the only female property maintenance companies in the UK. We do general property maintenance from plumbing, carpentry, decorating, electrics, but we're a little bit different in that we have a predominantly female workforce. So we do a range of jobs from small jobs like hanging blinds, pictures, curtains, all the way up to large projects like bathroom refits and kitchen refits. Our business could not do without people, our employees, and also information, our clients' information. Without those two things, we don't have a business. One of the biggest lessons I learned the hard way really was when I lost all of my client data fairly early on, and that really led me to ensure that we had a rigorous procedure for backing up our data in place. And we now have an online CRM system, an online customer relationship system, which means that all of our client data is backed up regularly. It's held in an off-site secure server. It's also accessible to any of us at any time when we're off-site and out of the office. There are a couple of different risks that our employees face. As a construction business, a property maintenance business, we've got people out on site that are working at height, they're working on scaffolding, they're working with power tools, they're working on other people's property where clients may be on site as well. So we have to be really conscious about health and safety on an actual job. The employees on site are protected through personal protection equipment. You know, they all wear properly sensible clothing. All of this stuff is kind of written into their contract. If they therefore choose not to wear it and something happens, then that's at their own doing. So I kind of have to put my trust in the people that are working for us and make sure that they're being sensible about their health and safety. We have both public and employer's liability insurance. Employer's liability covers me for anything that happens with the employees in the office, and public liability insurance covers me for anything that happens publicly. Because we're working on a client's site a lot of the time and we've got tools and equipment and things like that, a client could easily trip over a step ladder or a tool bag or something that we've left on site and potentially claim against us. But our public liability insurance protects us against that happening. It also protects us, you know, if we end up damaging a client's property, say we drop a hammer on the floor or spill some paint, our public liability insurance will cover us for any damage that we've caused. We have actually had to use our public liability insurance on a couple of occasions because accidents do happen, and especially when you're working in a construction situation. We were doing an insulation job once in somebody's loft, and one of the girls literally just missed her footing and put her foot through the client's ceiling. And in that situation, there was no other option but to go through our public liability insurance because it wasn't something that we could finance ourselves, and it was an accident, and that's what insurance is there for. The brand that I've developed with Home Jane has become quite recognised, and it's now got to the point where I'm looking into copywriting the logo and also producing content for our website that our customers can download. And therefore I'm starting to think about, actually, do I need to get something in place in terms of intellectual property? My 3 top tips for protecting yourself and your business would be, first of all, make sure that you have rigorous insurance in place immediately and review it on a regular basis. Make sure it's really working for you. Secondly, I would say get advice from other business owners, advice from business support groups. Make sure you learn from other people's mistakes before you make those mistakes yourself. And finally, I would say get some really good professional advisors in place from the outset. You know, do some research, find a really good accountant and a really good lawyer, because you never know when you're going to need them, and it's really hard to get a trusting relationship and good advice when you're in an emergency situation. So if you've built a relationship with somebody, hopefully by the time you have to use that person's services, then you have a trusted relationship with them.